Say, come again? Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you to film me. Call the sheriff. I have permission. I don't want you to film. Don't get close to me.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here?
Today's video takes us on a ride around the streets of Chicago, Illinois with none other than our good friend GoatBoy. Well, don't let me overdo it, but he rants and raves about FOIA as usual. The boy went off the deep end a long time ago, and he's been drowning in the abyss ever since. Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy GoatBoy! Now, before we get started, good people, I do apologize, but I can only provide audio only at this time due to the many copyright strikes that GoatBoy seems to think that hurts me. Yeah, he files these copyright strikes left and right. Now, I don't really care how many copyright strikes he files, but no one sees the video if he files a strike on it. However, please bear with me. I'm going to move all his videos to another platform where he will have no possibility of filing a copyright strike. Oh, you like that, GoatBoy?
Auditor, audit down. The one who encourages you to audit down. How's everybody hanging in this foreseeable day? Man, you guys are not going to believe how that employee in the thumbnail conducted themselves. What's up, buddy? What's up? What's up, buddy? What's up? So, I just left the police department. Man, was the sergeant somewhat cocky. Well, I left him with a FOIA request on his desk. So, it's in his custody now. He refused to forward it over. He gave me some of his policy that says where FOIAs are to be directed. I told him, no, your policy does not supersede state law. And he just wanted to be cocky with me, so I told him, hey, you know what? FOIA request is on your counter. It is in your custody now. You could do two things. You could forward it over as required by law, or you could destroy a public records, which is a felony under the State Record Act. So depending on how the sergeant wants to go with it, we'll find out. So then think about this, guys. I also left today I went to a housing authority, right? Government housing authority. And they have their business license up on the wall. Of course, they have to have a business license to operate. But their business license says it expired in 2013, right? Here we are, what, 12 years later? And they still have, it took them 12 years and they still don't have their updated. So what I did is I went to their city hall. I went to ask their city hall if this address has an active light business license. City hall told me yes. I told them I need a copy. They said no problem, submit a FOIA. I told them no problem. But we need to verify because at that housing authority, the director was cocky as cocky can be. He said, oh, you're doing this for money. I told him, yes, I am doing this for money. And I'm checking you folks' money. Why are you folks concealing your money?
Oh, wait a minute, sweet thing. You said last week you were doing this for money. You said you're doing it for compliance. Now you're doing it for money? Well, we knew that all along. Because you damn sure can't repair cars, can you? According to your Yelp rating anyway. Yeah, I think we should redress that Yelp rating. What do you good people think?
Benny Blanco. I think Benny Blanco is a fucking a whack job. Benny Blanco is a straight bootlicker. Look, he got delete laws as his icon, and I blocked him from another name. Benny Blanco, don't come in here being fake, bro. We don't like fake faggots. Bundle of sticks. Come in here as yourself, bro. Sissies like you like to be deceived and lied to, bro. You like following them little channels that say the wrong shit all the time and try to strip you and your children out of your own freedom, you dumb flake. I promise you I ain't fake. Let's see. Well, I'm unable to go to your channel. If you're not fake, why do you got a Delete Laws logo on your banner, bro? Are you Delete Laws? If you're not Delete Laws, then you're fake. No, don't take it wrong, bro. If you're not that person, that I believe you are, then you shouldn't feel offended. If you are that dumb flake, you should feel offended. You should do better. Like DMA said, do better. Because you don't like Delete Laws. Right, yeah. So basically you're a Delete Laws chicken rider. Basically, in other words, you're a Delete Laws rider. We witnessed a lot of things here. Even if the law is right in front of these people's faces, they still obstruct justice. They still perform with malfeasance. They still hinder the general public's ability to verify compliance, as it is the duty of the people. I'm going to be releasing the best auditing content you could find online. The best, bottom line. If there's any better, you folks will let me know in due time. But now with our binder, we go over more information in our binder. We go over many things. So yeah, man, this is what I want you guys to focus in on, is that we're going to be releasing some real good stuff.
GoatBoy always talks about releasing some really good stuff, but we're still waiting on it, GoatBoy. Where is the good stuff? Remember, GoatBoy, there's a right and there's a wrong. And GoatBoy is always wrong. Well, you should have went to see that wizard guy in The Wizard of Oz. He never did make it there, did you? If he only had a brain.
This one right here, this dude that you guys see on the screen, the horror movie. Man, he messed up pretty bad. I'm going to post his information on there for redress. I'm starting to also babysit some other employees from the past. I'm doing a scrape on their metadata. So we're getting into that new advanced FOIA requesting. We're doing a scrape of their entire career metadata. So we could narrow down on what we want to hold them to account with, right? Whether that be they talk shit via emails, they incriminate themselves via emails. These government employees incriminate themselves internally, thinking that these emails will never be seen by the public. Whether that be these government agencies are holding press conferences, internal conferences, meetings associated with training for employees and updates with FOIA and things in that nature. So like the Illinois Lake County Bar Association provided a training for their staff when it comes to Section 4 FOIA of what I brought to their attention. So there's many agencies now that are, oh yeah, fake Mike, we're doing metadata scrapes, bro. Metadata would give me the past 6 months subject lines of an email address, whatever we need. And now when we see just a subject line, these are tiny files we're talking about. We're talking about spreadsheets of metadata. Okay, spreadsheets of metadata that's going to have the IP addresses. It's going to have subject line of emails. It's going to have CC, BCC, to and from. It's going to have dates on there, obviously. So with that being said, with these metadata scrapes, we are even backtracking on bootlickers. We're going to pin them down hard. We're going to pin down the bootlickers that reach out to these government agencies. Like I said, I would let a government agent act cocky and combative on the camera, and I would let that go for 2, 3, 4 months later. After 4 or 5 months, I will babysit them with one request. I would verify what they have been doing for the past 6 months for a file that they send me under 1 megabyte that would have 5,000 entries in there, for example.
Look, GoatBoy, do you know how to spell metadata? Do you know how to spell your name? Yeah, Shady Shade Ghanayim. Yeah, oh my God, the world went to hell when he was born, didn't it? I'm telling you. Go home and clean up that goat dung in the backyard. Your mama called me last night. Said you're not doing your job right, boy. Let's get on the stick.
So now we narrow down. Now we use other chapters, other additional tools. We'll dump it through AI to have the AI narrow down. It's very fucking frightening with this metadata. This metadata, I looked at all the FOIA logs, not all, but a whole bunch of FOIA logs. These are requests the general public do not request, never requested. It's very minimal. So with that being said, yeah, we're going to be doing some changes here. And also, since they provide the IP address, this is going to allow us to track the bootlickers down. Because the government agencies, they do provide me these metadata scrapes. They provide me IP addresses of where these emails are coming in from. So with that being said, now we take the IP address to an advanced individual who's able to find out, you know, ping or pin, whatever it's called, the location of where these emails are coming from. So yeah, man, it's very, very amazing thing, the power of the Freedom of Information Act, and how cocky these government employees want to act when all I'm doing is pointing out to them that they're failing to comply with their own law. Think about that. It's like when I'm standing there speaking to them in plain English, they still cannot comprehend what's happening, what's going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're eating too much sugar. Maybe they just go, you know, they go blank. They're unable to comprehend what's there before them. But the beautiful thing is, again, it allows these cocky employees later that day to send out emails on how they feel or what they felt. Basically, the employee would say a gentleman came in recording with the 3M COVID mask, yada yada. He was asking this and he was asking that. They further incriminate themselves in these emails. Okay, so like I said, 3 months go down the line, we'll put in one request to babysit their entire 3 years, their entire 3 months, 3 years, whatever it is. There's a few things we're working on here. I still got to get back on drafting up ideas to include all Semitic persons. So when we're talking about anti-Semitism laws, right now the racist anti-Semitism laws in the United States only applies to protect Jewish people.
I'm not a person that uses the word racist because people are not racist. They may be prejudiced, they may be biased, they may just have pure hatred for someone. And that describes GoatBoy. Yeah, we know where he's from and we know that he doesn't like Jewish people. Why? I can't tell you. But he has issues. That boy has real issues.
Which Jewish people, the real Jews, are Semitic people. Also, people of Aramaic descent, Arabic descent, are Semitic people. However, the American anti-Semitism bill does not include all ethnic people that are Semitic. It only protects Jewish. So this is what we need to correct. This is what we need to push. I'm going to be running it through, you know, a few items here and there through a few people and see what we could do. There's other people in out of state that are also maybe interested. An attorney out of state, a Palestinian attorney, told me this is a brilliant idea. This is something we want to push for. We want to rewrite the racist anti-Semitic bill to include not just Jewish people but Arab people as well in there. So this is another thing that I'm letting you guys know. Other than that, I'm going to be pushing hard, real hard for all police departments in the city of Chicago, which I think there's about 50 of them, for each department to post up prominent display in the lobby their purpose along with operating budget and all other 9 items required to be displayed. I'm going to push hard for every police station to put these items up when you walk in their lobby. I'm going to be pushing hard for all city of Chicago departments to prominently display their records, as well as Cook County, which already out of Cook County I got 3 departments to comply. One of the departments I got them to comply is the Cook County Sheriff Department. If you walk up to the Sheriff Department in Cook County, one of the most corrupt counties in the world, I got them to display on a glass their purpose, their amount of budget, their organizational chart, and everything else. That's up there because I brought it to their attention. If I got Cook County Sheriff to do that, I'm going to have each and every single department to do that. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of these employees to act belligerent, unethical, and wicked in front of the camera so they could ruin their career, right? But my intention is not for them to ruin their career. My intention of them is for them to honor their commitment as a public servant working for the city of Chicago. So the first line that they sign says, remember that I am a public servant to respect state and United States laws and ethical procedures. There's 30,000 city of Chicago employees. 13,000 of them is city Chicago police officers. The rest are different, all variety scattered departments, water department, transportation. Each one of these 30,000 employees sign the same commitment form, recognizing that they are a public servant and many other things in there.
Well, I feel sorry for the poor citizens of Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. What a fool this guy is. What do you think, good people? Oh, I wish I lived closer to Chicago. I'd drive up there every weekend and I'd find this clown and record him. Yeah, well, that's all for today, good people, because this is a long video. But in the meantime, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe, because the world is filled with stupid people, and they all migrate here to the YouTube platform to showcase their hidden talents, whatever the hell those might be. And Dr. Day is more than happy to edit those videos and bring them to you so you can have a laugh for the day. No doubt about that. Please check out my other channels, including Dr. Dave, Debunker of Frauditors and Subsets. Oh, there's plenty of stupid people over there to point and laugh at. And if you need more stupidity, there's my main channel, which has over 6,000 video uploads for your viewing pleasures all day and night. These frauditors just need to find a damn job, but they're too stupid because they have no education or job skills. That's why they're frauditors. Cheers to that, sweetheart.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct. Come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you
can't film it.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
No,
I don't
you
want
don't
you to
have
film. Don't
permission,
get close to
and
me.
that's all.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here?
I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now. This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit. While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book.
I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir.
Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town?
Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to see that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the book, sir. Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply. Pass. I got to pass. Along with an inspection on the zoning and town zoning and ordinances book.
I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it.
Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. There may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance. What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude. In order to do an inspection on a book readily available.
Hi, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to
I
do.
don't have, if you want to have a seat, I'll ask.
Sure, that's fine. Ma'am, I have permission to film. I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man. Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks. Where does it state that? Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly. I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment. And I also have permission here with me. Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service. Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record. Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated. Come again? Very rude. I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares? An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No, you
ma'am.
cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken the law. Here's what I will tell you. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful, what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. We're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.